video today on YouTube. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup with some products that I might have used before and some that I have not used before. I'm actually sitting on the floor a minute, so if I do boop and bop now and again, I'm just moving my legs a bit because I have the most terrible legs ever. They get aching, get hurt. Yes, so I have already put my primer on because I did a video on my normal Facebook channel and I'm Shelley Lewis on there, so I did a normal video of doing my primer, and the primer that I actually used was this 5 Action Perfector all-in-one Insta Blur by the Body Shop. Now, I've said before there is a knack to this. I was not keen on this before, but I'm actually, now I've learned how to use it properly, it is getting a lot better now. I'm getting a lot better at using that, and for some reason I had total brain fart. So yes, I love it, the fact that it leaves your skin feeling, God, I love the fact that it leaves your skin feeling lovely and soft. So yeah, that is what I've primed my face with. So the next thing that the first thing we're going to use after the primer is a foundation. Now, I've got my big tub over here with all my makeup in. I was going to pre-get my makeup out and then just go along, but I thought it's more exciting if I actually choose as I go along. So we're going to grab a foundation out my tub at the bottom that we have not used before. I think that I'm actually going to use this. I've not used this before. This is by Hard Candy and it's just Face It. Featherweight formula. It's in the shade Fair. It does look that slight little bit dark on there. So I have tested it before though and it did come up light. So I'm a little bit dubious, but I think we'll be fine. I have actually left my blending bud up there as well. Why do I do these things? Honestly, why do I do them? 2 minutes, I've just got to stand up and get my blending bud. Oh, and I will be with you. So, just get myself back on the floor here. Right, yes, here's my blending bud. So the blending bud that I'm using is, I haven't got a clue because I forgot. Yeah. It's by Real Technique. That's it. I can't believe that I forgot it for a minute. So we're just going to get a bit of this Just Face It Hard Candy. It said flawless skin in a flash. One step foundation is your primer, concealer, foundation and powder. Leave skin shine free and natural looking. So, oh right. So I may not have needed primer actually using this, but I'll put it on so we've got a bit of extra primer there. What I'm going to do with this though is I'm going to get a little bit, put it on my finger, see, oh, it's got a pump action, and actually that looks pretty damn dark for my skin, but we'll try it, it feels a little bit gritty. Actually, I remember this from when I've tried it before. It had a little gritty feel. I am only putting a very small amount because, as I said, it does look a fairly shade darker than my skin type, so I'm a little bit dubious about it, whether it's actually going to look okay or whether it's going to look pretty damn dark. It's more, I'd say it's more of a yellow tone foundation. Now, as you can see, I've only put a very tiny bit on there. I can always add it on as I go along if I really want to. So I'm just blending that in with my face. So just shuffle up a bit closer. And first impression, because obviously I've not used this before, besides it feeling that slight bit gritty when I was actually pumping it out, it feels okay. It hasn't got any dewy feel to it by the looks of it, which is quite impressive, because even though I love trying different foundations, I'm not a big fan on foundations that leave a big dewy feel to your skin. On the shade side of things, I'm quite surprised, because when I was actually getting it out of the tube, it did feel, well, it did look like it would be that shade dark for my skin, but now I'm actually applying it, it doesn't seem that bad. It does not seem that bad, to be fair. As for where I actually got it from, I actually got it from eBay. Where you can get that from separately on its own, I'm not altogether sure, but you can always look it up on Google, because Google is my trusty friend. Yes, I always call that. Google is my trusty friend. So I'm just going to blend that on there. Yeah, I have not put a whole lot on. I just didn't want to trust it firsthand because of it being a dark foundation. But I'll actually give it a top up with a bit of powder as well, because I always love to give my makeup a bit of a top up with powder. Now, coverage, I'd say it's a medium. I would say it's a light to medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's completely full, but then again, I only applied a very little bit. It feels lovely and light. It does not feel cakey at all. So yes, I am actually more impressed with that than I thought I would be. So we have that. For the concealer, now I usually use Technic Colour Fix in the shade Sand. But today I think we're going to have a bit of a change, because we all like a change, and I'm going to use this Hide and Correct Concealer by Lizzie Pure Moe. So I'm going to open that. I'm not sure what shade it is, because it didn't... light. It's light concealer. It's got a little bit of a sponge, what looks like at the bottom, but I'm not actually going to use that sponge to dab that in. I'm just going to use it to squeeze a bit of concealer out under my eye. I'm only going to put a little bit, and then I shall blend this out with my blending board. I'm impressed with how it comes out, really impressed with that. Yeah, I'm only going to put it under my eyes today, because I haven't really got any blotches on the skin. Sometimes I do tend to get a few blotches, but today I don't actually feel too bad. So yeah, do I like this? I really do like that. I am very, very impressed with that. Like I said, it is a light coverage. That one, well, say light coverage, it's the shade Light. Please excuse me, I'm have to stretching my legs out now. Yes, this is what you get for sitting on the floor. I could do this video downstairs, but if I did it downstairs, then you'd get my husband playing on his game. And there you go. So yeah, I am well impressed with that concealer. I do like that. To give it a top up my foundation, I'm just going to go over a little bit with a powder. Now the powder that we're going to use today, I usually, because I'm actually really down to it, I've been using Mineral Touch powder foundation by Unique in the shade Velour. As you can see, I've used that a fair amount. But today we're going to try something different. We're going to go with something I have not used. We're going to try this one. I don't think I've tried this one. This is by Lechner Cosmetics Pressed Powder, and it is in the shade 02 Light Beige. So that's what it actually looks like. It's alright, I just wondered if the top come off there, but it doesn't. I'll probably end up breaking it. So that is the shade that it actually comes in, so that's nice. So we're just going to get a little bit on my brush, and we're just going to pat that over the face, just to give it that bit of a touch powder foundation feel to it. Give it a bit of a matte feel as well, because I do like my matte feel on the skin. So there is a little bit of a fallout, as you can see, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad, it's actually quite good. So I am really impressed with that as well. To be honest, at the minute there's nothing that I've not been impressed with. Yes, can you tell it doesn't take a lot to please me? So eyeliner, I have got my tub of eyeliners here. So the eyeliner we're going to use today is we're going to use come here eyeliner. Right, we're going to use this one. This one is in the colour black, and it's by Unique. It's just a basic black eyeliner. So for this, I am going to look in my mirror for that, because so you don't have to see my eyeball, because it's not very attractive, is it? So just pull that there. Sheet of paper there. So we're just going to apply this eyeliner. I'm only going to put a very little bit on, not too heavy, just enough that it shows. There you go, it's just enough obviously so it shows, so it's not that too heavy. I would love to get some more eyeliners. I really want to get different shades, because the only shade that I've actually really got is the black ones, because it's the only ones really that I've ever stuck with. But I do want to expand my expanding more. Yeah, I do want to expand my expanding more. Yeah, okay. If you get that, please leave a comment and let me know. So yeah, the eyebrows today, we're going to go different. Now, I've usually used for my eyebrows, I either use my Revolution. I nearly said Makeup Revolution, but it's actually Revolution now. I either use that one in the shade light to medium, or I will use my MUA Makeup Academy in the dark, which I absolutely love those. I really do love those. But today we're actually going to use a different one. I have not used this one before. This one is by Freedom, and for people if you don't know, Freedom has now been took over by Revolution, but I actually purchased this before it was just took over. This is in the shade dark brown, but to me it does look slightly grey, so I'm a bit unsure how it's going to turn out, but we can only try and see. Comes in a little pot like that, which I think is cute. It says Duo Brow Powder, medium to brown, Professional London. Ooh. So I'm just going to give that open up there, and it's quite impressive. It's got its own little mirror there, look. Ooh, you can see everything in my bathroom now. Yeah, and that is in the shade. Not sure what to think of the shade, because it has got that slight greyish tint to it, if you may understand what I mean. So I'm a little bit unsure, but hey, we can try it, we'll see what it's like. So I'm actually going to go with the darker one now, because I think that will probably show up a bit better on me. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, of the darker one. Now, I do not line my eyebrows, for the simple fact is I'm rubbish at it. I tried lining my eyebrows last night with a liner pencil, and I just could not get it. Oh, I think we've got a little bit of a fallout with it. Yeah, we have. We've got a little bit of a fallout there, but not going to worry about that too much. The shade, it's okay, it's okay. It's fairly light, so considering it's medium brown, I would say it's more of a light colour, this one is. But it's not bad, for especially as a travel one. This is where I might go a bit funny. So yeah, I think we've got a little bit more of a fallout there. So my only thing with this, I wish it was a little bit more brown coloured and not quite grey. But I'm not going to, it's nothing, not a big major thing about it. Like I said, it's not a big major thing about it. It's good as a travel one, and I think I only paid about £2 for that. So for £2, that is quite good. That is really good. So we're just going to do that. Yeah, as I said, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be at my videos, but there you go. Like I said, it is quite fairly light considering it's a brown colour. So what I shall do is, because I do like to give it a bit of a shape and a little bit of glue cover over it, we're going to take the Revolution palette, and we're going to use the little brush for this, because I prefer to use the little brush for this. Actually, before we do that, we're going to do a bit of shaping. So we're going to get the other end of my eyebrow brush, and we're going to take that top corner colour there, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a shaping under the eye here. I really do need to get another brush, because the bristles have tended to go on a bit quiff here, as you can see. Yeah, so just going to give it a little bit of a shape in there, and we shall go over the brows with the brow glue there. So for this one, we're going to use the brush that I had with the Revolution palette, and we're going to take that bottom corner there, that white glue, it's like a glue paste. We're going to take a little bit, not too much, onto the brush, and we're just going to go over the eyebrows with that, and it helps to shape them that little bit more, and obviously to stick down, so I'm just going to wipe that over there. It does help to shape them a bit more. Eyebrows is the thing that I want to learn a little bit more. So yeah, so my overall feeling of that colour of the Freedom eyebrow, yeah, I wish it was that little bit more brown, but for a travel one, that is perfect, and definitely for the price of it as well. Right, the next thing that I would like to do is we're going to do some eyeshadow, because of course we're going to try the crease cut. So the eyeshadow that we're going to choose, that we're going to use, is, I have used this before, the eyeshadow. So we're going to take this Sophie palette, this, sorry about that, I keep calling her Sophie X. It's not Sophie X, it's Sophex, so I really do apologise about that. Yes, anyhow, this is a palette by Sophex, who works with Revolution. She has her own eyeshadow palette with 24 colours, and she also has a highlighter palette as well. Right, I'll get the highlighter palette in a minute. So what we're going to do with this is, first we're actually going to take transition colour. So we're going to take the second colour along, which is called Pancakes, which is that one there, and we're just going to take a little bit of that and go lightly just over the whole of the eyelid, just to give it that bit of a transition shade colour to it, and it's actually matte as well, so we're just going to gently put a little bit of that transition shade over there. And then when we've done that, we shall come in with another colour. So after I've done the transition shade, I like to put a darker colour on the crease. So with the crease, we're going to go with it today. We're totally going to go with it. We're going to take a darker red. Yes, let's go with it. So we're going to use Danger, which is this one on the end. And it's like a really red colour, and this may very well be dangerous, especially using a red colour. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. I'm only taking a bit at first, because I always say it's better to take a little bit and then always to add on. So we're going to apply that to the creases there, just above the crease, and as you can see, the colour is extremely pigmented. But it's very pretty now, and very pretty. So as you can, I'm just going a bit closer here for you to actually see the colour. So just going to apply that on the crease. Later we are actually going to blend this out as well. So just apply it to the other eye as well. So as I said, we are applying this to the creases of the eye. For some reason, I always get that eye perfect better than this eye. Do you ever find that when you're applying makeup? You always got the one eye better than the other. So just applying that there, and we're going to blend this out in a minute. So yeah, we're actually going to blend that out now. So I'll just pop my palette down there. Get a wet wipe as well, because obviously I like to push over my brushes with the wipes as I'm going along. So because I want to blend that out a bit now, we're going to get my blending brush, which is just a cheap brush that I'm actually using at the minute. So we're just going to blend that out, take that and just give it a nice bit of blend out. So that colour is absolutely good, and it goes with my top as well. Yeah, I've got my Harry Potter top on today because the weather, we had some lovely weather the other day for the past 2 days, and it has suddenly gone from lovely to absolute not lovely. That is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say the other word. So now we've gave that a bit of a blend out, we are going to attempt the bit of a crease. Now to this crease cut, the best thing to actually do with this to get the crease, before I go to do this now, it could work out wrong. I'm not perfect at doing a crease cut. I'm actually learning myself at the minute, so please forgive me if it's not actually perfect. But to do this, I've been using this colour fix that I not long shown you in the shade Sand, and it's a concealer with a brush on the end. So basically I'm going to get my mirror for this because I do want to get this right. So we get that, and we start to lightly brush that on the lower lid. We don't put it too heavy because obviously we do not want it looking streaky or clumpy. Can you see that as I'm applying that there? It actually works out right there. Just give it a bit of flick on the end, and we shall do the same with the other eye. So apply that there. After you've actually applied, now that may look pretty heavy at the minute, but we shall sort that out. When you've actually applied the concealer to the tops of your lids, what I have done is I'll get next is a little bit of a light shade just to give it that setting. So what I'll do with this is I'll take a little bit of that white one, which is called Penguin. So I'll put a little bit, not much, just a little bit on my eyes there, just to give it a bit of a set. And a little bit on my other eye. There you go. And now we're going to take the glitter. We're going to use the glitter. I love the glitter. I love the glitter. So the glitter that we're going to use today is, because the most glittery colours that I've got is, I'm going to get my number 7 palette because I've got some lovely shimmery glitters in there, and the one we are going to go with, look at these colours there, aren't they gorgeous? The bit of a glittery colour we're going to go with is, because I'd like it a bit lighter, we're going to take that silvery one there, so I'll give it a bit of a swatch so you can see what it looks like, and we're going to take that and apply that to the bottom lids. So I'm going to take a good amount on there and just pack that on to the bottom lid. I may have to actually use my finger for this one just to pack that on. Now looking in the camera here, it does look white. You can't tell that it's like a silvery colour, can you? I really, to be honest, I need to get more of a glitter to actually use for this now. So I'm going to actually put that on there. Now, as you can see, I have not got the lines completely straight, but it's a learning curve. You learn as you go along. So I'm just going to pack that. It's always best to use the tip of your finger when you're actually putting a colour on. So There you go there. Yes, for the lighting you cannot see the silver quite so well, but actually that is not bad. That is not bad. I'm quite impressed with that. We're going to as well, we're going to come in with the colour that I used before, which is Dangerous, and I'm going to use a little bit just to go on the under of my eye. So we're just going to take that Danger colour there and use a bit on the unders of my eye. So just going to bring it down a little bit. As you can see there, so it's not obviously too much, but just enough lovely as you can tell. On that. So next thing that I actually want to do for this look is I'd like to use a black eyeliner. We're going to try a liquid eyeliner. Now I was going to try one of my cheaper eyeliners with this, one of my pen ones, but because I'm actually quite impressed with how the eye look is going at the minute, I really do not want to crucify it, so I'm going to go with a normal black eyeliner that I've got. So we are going to use a dip and draw eyeliner there, and this is where it could get tricky. So just pop that there, going on the floor. So I'm going to go back to my mirror and see if I can actually get this right. So I've got the flick there, but I do want to thicken that up a little bit. So just get that there. And just doing the edges there. I don't always get these flicks right. Sometimes they can go fairly thick, but that is not too bad. Not too bad at the minute, so we'll try and get the other one the same as that one. Yeah. So we're just going to try that with you one. Oh, I think I've actually gone a bit thicker with that one. But never mind, just get that a bit more. Yeah. Guaranteed I've got these flicks a lot more thicker than I actually wanted to get them. But I'm not going to panic. Not going to panic. So, there we go. Now, next thing I'm actually going to come in with those mega flicks. Next thing that I'm actually going to come in with is my mascara. Now the mascara we're going to use today is, I'm going to try this one, which is by CN, and it's an all-in-one mascara, and this one I got from Lidl for £2. So we're going to try that mascara today, because I have not tried it before. And the plastic, oh gosh, the plastic didn't seem to want to come off. So we're going to try that. It's a fairly thick one. I've not tried this mascara before as well. So, whoa, that is a mega brush. That is a mega thick brush. So okay, it's not too bad. Besides, obviously, it being a mega thick brush. Just going to do around the other ear. That is really big, isn't it? Yeah, not too sure what I think about the brush. It actually applies on, okay, it applies on well. Does it volumise your lashes? Yes, it does. I would say it does. The only thing is, the brush is big. Like, as in, mega big. I've never seen a brush this big before. So I'm just going to do my lashes there. Oh, I think I've got my eye a little bit there. There you go. So, next thing we're going to come in with next is we are going to use a lipstick. We're going to come in with a nice coloured lipstick. And the lipstick we're going to use today is by Revolution. Now let me get my Revolution. So I'm going to use, it's one of the contour lip kits. So we're going to use the shade Regent lip pen, and we're just going to line our lips. So I'll just get my mirror there. So we've got a line there, and then we're going to go over it with this shade of lipstick. It's by Revolution, and it's obviously the lipstick, liquid lipstick is in the colour Regent as well. So, that is in gorgeous. That is a gorgeous shade. That is beautiful. I really love that shade. I really do love it. So the last thing that I actually do want to come in with before this video, obviously because it's a long video, I've gone like 32 minutes now, so I really do apologise if I've kept you longer than you actually intended to be on for. If you've stayed with me for this long, I really appreciate it. So the highlighter that we're actually going to use is the Solfex highlighter palette, and we're going to come in with, because we've got a bit of a red thing going on, we're going to come in with that gold one there. I love that one. Just give it a quick swatch so you can see, look at that there, that is really pretty shade. So we're going to get a little bit of that. I am actually using my blusher brush for this because I have not got a highlighter brush, so we're just going to apply that little bit there. Yes, like I said, I'm not an expert on applying the colours, but I actually enjoy it. And yeah, even if though it is a blusher brush, I feel like I want it a little bit darker. I'm going to take a little bit of that one as well below it and put a bit of colour on there. Oh, I love that. I love the way the highlighters show up. So there you go. So I am going to leave it there for now. Oh God, look at the stunning look at my hair. So there you go. I've not got a brush, so I'm just going to mess my hair up like that. Yeah, I'm just going to mess my hair up like that. So, oh God, it looks awful. My hair looks awful. So guys, that is where I'm going to leave it today. So I am very impressed with how those eyes have turned out. I feel like I'm getting a lot better with my actual crease cut, and I love the colour of that lipstick. That is so stunning. I'm really pleased with everything. The only thing that I wish I'd have gone a little bit shorter on would be the flicks, because guaranteed I went a little bit bigger with the flicks than I intended to, but Hey ho, there you go. So that is where I'm going to leave it today. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. We're actually watching this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and please press that subscribe button. It would mean a whole lot to me. I'm not sponsored for any of the videos. I do it because I simply enjoy doing it. And obviously showing your support is absolutely fantastic. Keep your eyes out for more videos that will come along, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.